Hi everyone, I'm Kanika Saxena from kanikasaxena.com. Hope you're all doing well. In one of my previous videos, I had explained what my channel Food for Thought with Kanika Saxena is all about. In this video, let me introduce you to Kanika Saxena. I am Kanika Saxena. I have an interesting story to tell you. It's a story of a woman who never gave up on her dreams and achieved them maybe a little late in life, most people might think. This is not a rags to riches story. This is not a story where, a simple person achieved a lot of money and became a big businessman or a businesswoman. It's not that kind of a story. It's the story of a simple housewife, the struggles she goes through, and how she has emerged a winner. So, here's my story. I was always an above average student. In fact, I was among the better students in class. And I was a very hardworking, a very studious kid. So I did well in my studies, and I had a secret dream of one day clearing the UPSC exam and becoming an IFS officer. So that continued for some time till I reached my 12th standard. At the end of my 12th grade, people around me were all preparing for engineering entrance, medical entrance, and everything. And I had no such intentions because I wanted to be an IFS officer. But then peer pressure got better of me, and I decided to give the engineering entrance. And I secured a good rank and a seat in instrumentation technology in one of the better colleges in Karnataka. So I completed my engineering degree with distinction. After that, I had actually thought, that I'll complete my engineering, keep that as a backup, and still give my UPSC and become an IFS officer. But after 4 years of engineering, I kind of had enough of studies and I wanted to work. And then at that stage, my dream changed from being an IFS officer to working in corporate sector. My first job was that of a lecturer. I was okay with that, but that was not my dream. I wanted to work in the corporate sector. And I cleared a number of public sector tests, group discussions and interviews. I was selected in a few of them, but I finally decided to go with SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. So I joined there as a management trainee. And after working there for a couple of years, I took a transfer to Mekon, which is a consulting firm. And I was based at Bangalore, where I had been brought up. I was living with my parents. So I was there. Now, after that, what happened was I got married. My husband, Mohit Saxena, he was based at Bombay and with his family. So I moved to Bombay, and fortunately for me, my company had a branch office in Bombay, so I was transferred there. Everything was going well. I was living in a joint family. Work-wise, it was fine. Family-wise, it was fine. And then what happened was that the project I was working for came to a close, and everybody who was working for that project was transferred to different branches all over India. And as luck would have it, I was transferred to Delhi. But for me, it was always family before career. So I gave up my job. I did not go to Delhi to stay with my family. Fortunately for me, Bombay is a land of opportunities, and with a few years of experience, it was not difficult for me to get a job. I soon had a very good job at Forbes Marshall, an instrumentation manufacturing firm. So then, job, again, there was a steady job. Family wise, I was fine. And then I had my first child. So, when I had my first child, it was a very difficult decision for me whether to pursue my career or to take care of my child. Because I was a very ambitious person, but at this stage, I was torn between the two. And finally, I decided to stay at home to give up my career. This is because my thought was that, for the baby, I'm indispensable, but not for my employers. They will easily find a replacement. So I stayed at home to be with my son. And at the same time, I took admission for MBA through distance learning with the hope that one day when my son starts schooling, I will go back to work with an additional degree. So my MBA was going on. Soon I had my daughter. So then I had two kids, but I also completed my diploma in management with both the kids. And after that, I could not go ahead because my husband got a job with Emirates Airlines at Dubai. So we moved to Dubai. And then I was completely at home. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I invested myself completely in my children. While staying in Dubai, we had the opportunity to visit several countries across the globe. So again, life had come to some kind of a routine, and children were excelling in their academics without any private tuitions or additional help. I was teaching them a bit, they were doing it on their own, so everything was fine. And then after staying for 12 years, we decided to return to India because I wanted my children to graduate from Indian colleges. Our return went off quite well because both my children got admission in some of the top colleges in India, my son in BITS Pilani and daughter in Symbiosis Pune. So now you might wonder, so what's so special about this story? So many women give up their careers and their children do well, and this is nothing great about the story. It's the second part of my story, which is something different from most people. After staying at home for 20 years, when my daughter went to the university, that's when I decided to stage a comeback. At that time, I did not know what I could do, what kind of a job I could take up, but I wanted to be in the corporate sector. I was thinking what to do, practicing hard on my laptop to improve my typing speed. And without any direction, I was completely clueless what I was going to do. And then I happened to see an ad in the newspaper asking for a content writer. And there it said that they're just looking for good communication skills, verbal and written. I thought, okay, this is something interesting, let me find out. So I called up that number and I asked them. So the person on the phone said that I asked him, what exactly are you looking for? What is this content writer's role? So this person explained to me that you will be required to write blogs, articles and other kind of write-ups after researching on a topic, and it can be any topic, and you have to create unique content which will be in your own words. I thought about it and I thought, okay, good, this is something that I can do. Although I didn't join that company, but I started exploring content writer jobs. Fortunately for me, at that time I was in Mohali, and Mohali had a number of IT startups that were looking for content writers. So it was not that difficult. I had a few interviews lined up and finally I got selected. Now, when I started working, I was working at a very meager salary. I was the oldest in my company. People in my circle who heard about my salary said that, I would never work for this kind of salary. And there were some colleagues of mine who would pass snide remarks behind my back. Some people would call me auntie and stuff. So Yeah, it was tough, but somehow these things did not bother me because I was so focused on my work. I was so happy that I could get back that I didn't, these things just didn't affect me. And my hard work showed results. All the clients were very happy with my work. My bosses were happy. My colleagues liked my work, and I earned the respect of everyone. And in 2 months' time, I won the coveted diamond or the author badge on Zine Articles, which is an international article writing platform. I was also given the Employee of the Month award just 2 months after joining. And in 7 months' time, I had 3 pay revisions and I was promoted as the team leader. I soon had young, inexperienced writers, experienced writers reporting to me. I groomed them, and our team became one of the best performing teams in the company. Sorry. And soon enough, we won the Team of the Year award. So this again, job wise, I was very happy. Everything was going well. And then I decided, that I needed a little bit of flexibility. And so I quit my job and started working as a freelancer. Freelancing was not very easy because initially it was quite difficult to get clients, and it was frustrating because I couldn't get work. Fortunately for me, again, the company that I left, they liked my work, so they continued to give me work even as a freelancer for them. And I soon, through my contacts and some old friends and other people, managed to get some projects. I tried proactively on other platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and I managed to get some good work. And work picked up, and everything went off well. I was working, enjoying my work because content writing had become a passion for me. Also, when I started working at the IT firm, I resumed my MBA because the university where I was doing it from, they allowed me to resume. So I restarted my MBA. They gave me credits for the papers that I had already completed, and I completed my PG diploma with first class. And then after that, my freelance work was going quite well, and then came the pandemic. Now, when COVID came, it was a very stressful time for me because looking at all the COVID stories and whatever was happening everywhere, the deaths and the number of cases and everything, it was very, very distressing. And at the same time, I also lost a few projects. So I was, I would be very sad, and I would be, full of self-pity, feeling very sorry for myself. Then I started watching some motivational videos, and that changed my life. It was not just watching, I implemented some of those things. And soon I gathered myself up and decided to do something constructive. That's when I started my content writing company, The Writing Right. And I also wrote and published my first book, A Lockdown Story. A lockdown story is my personal experience of the lockdown, of how I overcame my fears and anxieties and became a much stronger person than I was. And I would say that it was that period, in India, it was from March to May when the early lockdowns were there. And that was the time I invested in myself, self discovery, self improvement. And that's how I could write a book, I could start my business. So that changed my life. And I have never looked back since then. I have written and published 6 other books. So I started in June 2020, and by June 2022, I have published 7 books, and my business is slowly growing. And I have a few writers and very good clients, some of the big names in the company. I actually have the opportunity to grow it more, but I'm a little particular about quality content and delivery on time. So that is the reason that I don't take on too many projects. I'm happy with the way things are. As long as my clients are happy with me, I don't need anything else. And yeah, so this is my story. I have won several awards for my journey and for my books. Some of these awards are Dynamic Personality Award, the Real Superwoman Award, and many more. Top iconic 100 iconic women of India. So, Women Inspiration Awards. So there have been plenty of awards, and today I believe I'm successful because I never gave up on my dreams, and I have pursued my dreams, and I'm happy with the results. So I would like to, tell you that it's never too late to achieve your dreams. You should just have the belief in yourself. Hope you liked this video. Do comment on this video and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends. Follow me on Instagram and like my Facebook page. Links are given in the description below. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you.